Wir haben vorhin Unsatisfied gehört von The Franklin Electric und nur so für euch, hier auf deren Website steht drauf, dass sie nominiert worden sind für den Drum.de Music Award 2016 in Deutschland für den Song Unsatisfied. Da könnt ihr auf jeden Fall mitklicken. I just said that they can vote for you for the song Unsatisfied. It's on your website, on your Facebook website. John, thank you guys for being here today. I know it was a long trip from Berlin, but you're on tour, so you had to come anyway because you're playing in Cologne tomorrow night in the Art Theater. I just am a great big fan of your album. I think it's really wonderful music. And you've been doing music for a long time, but it was in 2011 that you decided to really make music, which was for a reason that wasn't a very happy reason, actually.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've always made music, and that reason was not really a reason to make music. It was more a reason to not be scared to do something and let it go into the universe. Like, it's not, I didn't make music because my friend died. I made music before that, but that just made me push myself to get past certain mental blockages that I had created in my own mind.
Why do you think you had them? Because
a lot of artists do. Like,
really?
A lot of people are scared of success and letting your art go out into the world because it will be judged, and some will love it, some will hate it, and you got to let it go and start just kind of being free of fear of what's going to happen, you know?
2011 ist ein guter Freund von ihm verstorben und daraufhin hat er gesagt, er hat vorher schon Musik gemacht, aber er hat gesagt, ich werde jetzt mal einfach mit meine Angst davor, meine Musik anderen Leuten zu zeigen, weil es gibt auch Leute, die es vielleicht nicht mögen würden, einfach mal vorspielen und werde richtig da vorangehen und eben ganz viel Musik machen. Das hat er jetzt auch gemacht. Which songs from this album are songs that were produced or that were written before 2011 happened?
Let me see. I think Old Piano.
Old Piano, which was also a song that you got a prize for.
Yeah, Old Piano I think is the only one. It was kind of like the birth of the band. I wrote that song. I was at a point in my life where I was like, I don't know, but people are like saying maybe I should sing, and I didn't sing.
Oh, really?
I was scared. I was like, really? I would write demos for other artists and produce stuff, but I gathered up the balls to learn how to sing. And went into pubs in Montreal and practiced that song when we'd play covers and do stuff like that. And then I gathered up the courage to be a frontman, which is a scary thing.
Is it still scary?
No.
No?
It's fun now.
Yeah?
It's like a drug a bit. It's like addictive.
Also Old Piano war ein Song, den er geschrieben hat, bevor er das Album, beziehungsweise bevor 2011, wo eben sein Freund verstorben ist. Und da hat er sich getraut, mal sich hinzustellen und zu singen als Frontman, eben sich vor Leuten zu stellen. Vorher hat er sich nicht getraut, hat Demos geschrieben für andere Künstler und hatte immer richtig Angst. Jetzt hat er eigentlich nur noch Spaß auf der Bühne als Frontman, als derjenige, der eben seine Songs singen darf. When you've been touring all over the world, have you seen like different reactions to your music? People say in Canada, say, "Oh, you guys sound a little bit like a different band," than they would say in France, for example.
The people like to categorize.
I know.
So we get a lot of like, oh, there's a little bit of Mumford there. There's a little bit of Coldplay or Patrick Watson, or sometimes related to Half Moon Run, but that's just because we're on the same record label as them.
And those are not bad people to be compared to.
And I'm kind of very like, yeah, thank you. I mean, you're that type of person that really needs to find a box to put us in. That's okay. But those are all great bands.
Absolutely.
So it's just a compliment. If I could have anywhere near their success, I'd be like, I would be happy.
You're on a good way, I would say. When you got a prize for the Old Piano, and now you're nominated for another prize for Unsatisfied. And you went on tour with Ben Howard. How did that come about, and how was that?
That was great. Ben Howard's awesome, yeah. It's such a pleasure to play with and see his show and open up the night. And it kind of fell in our lap. We work with a team in Montreal that puts on this festival called Osheaga. It's Evenco anyways. But we've kind of done several shows back home, and they've co-produced the show with us, and they have contacts with these artists that come to town. So Ben Howard came to town, and his support act couldn't get past the border. They were coming from the U.S.
I think. Good luck.
Yeah. So Evenco called us, and they were like, Ben Howard was referred to our band like by like 6 different people at this table where everybody was like, you need to find an opening act, and you got 10 hours or something. And the band name came up, so they called us, and then we ended up doing Toronto with them, and that was it. But I hope we go out on the road. I'd love to do Europe with him.
That's how life is sometimes. Small things happen to other people and that opens doors for
sure.
you.
Yeah.
Also Sie sind mit Ben Howard auf Tour gegangen, aber das kam nur zustande, weil die Band, die eigentlich mit ihm unterwegs sein sollte, nicht über die Grenze passieren durfte von Amerika nach Kanada. Und 10 Stunden bevor er auf die Bühne gehen sollte, haben unabhängig voneinander 6 Leute gesagt, ihr müsst unbedingt The Franklin Electric anrufen, weil die sind echt super toll und das hat er dann gemacht und dann sind die auch mit ihm weiterhin rumgereist und er würde ganz gerne auch mit ihm in Europa unterwegs sein. You are on a solo tour now. People are going to come see you tomorrow night in the art
no.
theater? No.
It's
I
a
thought
mix.
so.
It's a mix. We're not there yet.
Oh,
soon.
You should be.
We
though.
hope to be soon.
Who are you performing with?
We started off with Half Moon Run in London and Paris. We're doing a couple dates with Hey Rosetta, another Canadian band. Sophie Hunger, who's I think well known here in Germany.
Absolutely, yes.
And we did the Reeperbahn. That was our show, but it's like Reeperbahn craziness. And
did you enjoy that?
Oh yeah. It was really cool. We got to meet Ray Cokes. I heard his story about the MTV thing and all that stuff that he.
Did you know Ray Cokes before?
No.
No, because
So it was like he invited us on his show and we played, and then he came to our show at night, which was really cool of him. And then we have a show of our own in Amsterdam. So yeah, it's like really just developing this territory and just being we're so lucky to be on shows and getting radio play and doing promo and just kind of finding a new home for our music.
Sie sind zurzeit mit etlichen Leuten unterwegs, unter anderem Sophie Hunger und sie werden aber in Amsterdam an Solo-mäßig unterwegs sein. Sie waren auf der Reeperbahn zusammen mit Ray Cokes also er war nicht mit dabei auf der Bühne auf jeden Fall, sie hat ihn dort kennengelernt und das sind einfach nur aufregende Momente zurzeit in ihrem Leben. We're going to be showing Strongest Man Alive. We've showed it here a couple times already because we really love the video. How did you come up with that idea to do that kind of video?
I've always liked the animation videos, and we were thinking about what song would work the best on the record for an animation. And it was very easy. There was like, when we got to the time where it was like, hey, we got to do a video for Strongest Man, it was kind of a story about this boy and a wolf and like the whole struggle of facing your dark side and your little child side. And that kind of translates really well animated. So we found a guy in town in Montreal who does animation, and he had a crew, and it took about 6 months to do, and it was pretty expensive, but
It was worth it.
I think it was cool, yeah.
Absolutely. Also wir werden jetzt gleich mal Strongest Man Alive sehen. Ein Video, das wir hier schon ein paar Mal gezeigt haben, ist ein animiertes Video und da geht es halt um einen Junge mit einem Wolf. Auf jeden Fall die Geschichte dahinter hat dazu geführt, dass sie gesagt haben, sie machen ein animiertes Video und haben dann jemand gefunden in Kanada, der das umgesetzt hat über 6 Monate lang. War auch ziemlich teuer, aber er hat gesagt, es hat sich auf jeden Fall gelohnt. I do want to give a shout out for somebody watching in Berlin on our TV stream to Matthias, because he said he was going to be watching.
Yeah,
Hi, Matthias, yes. And we're going to be hearing you play my favorite song from the album, This Is How I Let You Down, which is also the song you're going to be playing.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thank you.
Und ihr könnt auf jeden Fall gespannt sein auf den Song This Is How I Let You Down. Und wir hören aber jetzt und sehen jetzt das Video zu Strongest Man Alive. Viel Spaß dabei.